A warning there from Ai Weiwei, who I was talking to earlier. Now, finally, it is a mystery, not quite as old as time, but pretty close. Where exactly did the great stones of Stonehenge come from? Well, new scientific research has come up with the answer. The research doesn't shed any light on how they were transported to Stonehenge all those years ago. In fact, archaeologists have known for 400 years they came from somewhere on the Marlborough Downs. But by analysing the precise chemical composition of the stones, they believe they came from West Woods, exactly 15.7 miles to the north.
The mystery of where these stones came from has been weighing on the shoulders of archaeologists for centuries. But now they believe they have the answer, solving a puzzle of this prehistoric monument.
We found it, and you're like, oh my goodness. One of those kinds of, hairs on the back of the neck moment.
Professor David Nash analysed the stones using X-rays and a core sample from the 1950s. The results gave him a perfect match with stone from another part of Wiltshire.
Compare the chemistry of this rock against samples from across southern Britain where sarsen stones also occur. And by doing that, we're able to identify a direct chemical match with one area about 15 miles to the north of here at a place called West Woods on the Marlborough Downs.
Deep in those woods today, there are still sarsen stones to be found. With their link to Stonehenge confirmed, this place now has added significance.
I was surprised to know that West Woods was the match for all bar two of Stonehenge's sarsens. And the reason I was surprised is because I really thought they would have come from further afield and from different locations.
We now know where these giant stones come from, but the research creates more questions. How did they get here? Why were they picked? Thousands of years after this site was built, there is still much to be learned.
It was already known that the smaller blue stones came from Wales. The story of the 20 to 30 ton megaliths will have to be rewritten to reflect their journey.
We now know where these stones come from, and that means we can ask new questions. Which route did they bring them over? How exactly did they extract them? Can we find the sites where the individual stones actually came from? So this is opening up a whole number of other avenues of research, but at least we've answered one big question about Stonehenge.